EDON Fiberglass, makers of quality prefabricated or custom-designed columns. Columns come in all sizes and shapes. With proper installation, they can add beauty and elegance to any structure. The following tape through the necessary steps to ensure that your columns are installed properly. This procedure is the same for exterior as well as interior applications. Before beginning, check that you have received TM, or thick mix, and a catalyst. These chemicals are to be mixed very carefully according to the enclosed instructions. The wrong mixture could have the paste cure too fast or too slow for workability. Too much catalyst can cause combustion. You will also need a few items that can be purchased locally. A paintbrush or plastic squeeze bottle, such as a ketchup or mustard bottle, acetone or lacquer thinner for cleanup, body filler and hardener available at automotive supply shops, sandpaper, 40, 80, 220, and 400 grit, sanding block or airboard, primer from the hardware store, straps, 3 from the automotive supply shop, mechanical or air-powered riveting tool, stainless steel rivets or drywall screws, and a flat, flexible rasp. When receiving a multiple of columns, they are pre-matched at the factory and marked in alphabetical or numerical order. The halves that are marked the same go together. 2 columns marked A and A are a pair. Our first step is to cut wood blocking for the purpose of anchoring both the top and bottom of the column to the structure. You will note that the bottom blocking is secured above floor level. Next, fit column half to the wood blocking. Mark where holes are to be drilled. Drill and countersink holes. At this time, you should drill and countersink holes through the entire length of the column, approximately 8 inches apart. Drill only the edge that does not have a lap joint. Attach the top then the bottom. Additional blocking may be required for columns that are larger than 18 inches in diameter. Now you are ready to install the second half. Be sure that the 2 halves fit together properly before attempting any permanent installation. Although the columns are pre-matched at the factory, they may need some adjustment for a perfect fit. On occasion, there may be too much or not enough material in the joint area to make the seam fit properly. Too much material will require the removal of any excess with a sanding disc. Too little material will require small wooden shims. Shims can be cut from regular paint sticks. Now you have a perfect fit. Again, drill and countersink holes the entire length of the column, only on the edge without the lap joint, 8 inches apart. Now mix the TM paste per instructions supplied with the installation kit. Again, please follow instructions carefully. Be careful not to add too much catalyst, no more than 5 or 10 cc's per pint. The wrong mixture could cause combustion. Apply a small bead of TM along the lap joint edge of the column using a brush or a squeeze bottle. This is to ensure that any voids are filled. Now fit the second half into place. Use strapping, sold at any automotive store, to hold the two halves together until the rivets or screws are in place. Now that you have strapped the columns together and assured their alignment, use the pre-drilled holes as a guide. Drill through the lap joint and install rivets or screws. A mechanical as well as a powered rivet tool can be used. Remove strapping and clean seams with acetone to remove any excess TM. Allow the TM to dry. Sand the surface of the seam with 40 grit paper to remove any high spots or roughness. Now it is time to install the base. Again, cut wood blocking to fit the column base. Attach the wood blocking to the floor. Make sure the base fits together properly. Drill and countersink holes for screws and rivets. Now secure the base. Next, run masking tape down the entire length of the column, 1 inch on either side of the seam. This will leave you with a 2-inch area to finish between the masking tape. Mix the body filler. Mix in an amount of hardener until the filler becomes a darker shade of color. The darker the color, the faster the hardening time. Mix only an amount that you can use in 15 minutes. Apply body filler with a squeegee. Be careful not to leave any bubbles. It's not necessary to load the filler on thick. Remember, the more excess you have, the more sanding is required. Apply the filler evenly. While the filler is still wet, remove the masking tape. Fill all holes that were recessed for rivets and screws. When filling various configurations of the base or capital, a paint stick or simply your finger will do the job. Allow to dry 5 minutes or so. Using a flexible rasp blade, remove the excess body filler following the contour of the column. Sand body filler using an airboard, hand sander, or sanding block. Start with 40 grit paper, then 80 grit, then 220 grit. Sand surface till smooth. Priming. We recommend a standard spray primer in a can, sold at any local hardware store. Prime only the area of the body filler. Drying time is 45 to 60 minutes. After the primer is dry, lightly sand the entire column with 400 grit paper or Scotch-Brite. You are now ready for finish painting. We suggest using an oil-based paint. This is only one example of the many columns, bases, and capitals available at EDON Fiberglass. Prefabricated, as well as custom-made columns from EDON will give your structure that special look. Call anytime if you require additional technical assistance. Dial 1-800-523-2539.